You are now in the realest world with the realest Calvin Aldridge, and you're watching the I-70 Hot Tag.
As a fan of Raven, what was it like to tag with him?
Oh, it was fun to tag with Raven. Obviously, it was a career highlight for me at the time because I was a huge fan. And then to have, I think it was Joe McDonald was mainly the promoter at the time for Central States. But I think Michael Strider had something to do with that. Maybe Steve Ford, who was out of St. Joe. When they wanted to put me in a tag match with them, it meant a lot to me. And especially since I've been a guy that's been in the area since '99, but I've always been kind of low card, mid card status. And for them to give me something that was main event, that was like a good confidence booster for me at the time. I was probably 9 or 10 years in at the time.
This is your Metro champion, Hard Luck Hal Rogers, and congratulations, you found the I-70 Hot Tag podcast.
I think the defining moment was WrestleMania 25. I was 12, I think. This is when those WrestleManias were starting to get really, really long. And they had a loaded pre-show. And, by the main event, everybody's worn out. So I had my PSP with me, my little gaming system, 12. So it got to the point where I was like, I'm wrestling out. And I would sit there. If there was a match that didn't interest me, I'd be playing on the PSP. And I remember Shawn Michaels and Undertaker had, I was sitting there, I put the PSP down and I watched every second of that match. And I was like, it clicked. I was like, hell with all that other stuff. This is what I want to do. I want to have that reaction one day.
This is the foreman, Red James, and I always get the job done. And you're watching the I-70 Hot Tag.
So that was at Black Label Pro, and it was very early on in my career, and it's a very special moment for me. I had a lot of big matches very early on, but that was very special to me because I view Kylie Rae as one of the best wrestlers in North America, period. Don't care about gender or anything else. And it was very all moment for me. And it really helped me click with wrestling for the first time. I was like, oh, I'm starting to get it. And that match was just one of the moments where I finally was okay, this is what I need to start doing.
This is Billy Simmons with Heartland Championship Wrestling, and you're watching the I-70 Hot Tag.
The Kansas City fans are I love performing for Kansas City, man. It's an awesome fan base, and I just feel bad that there's not more wrestling for you guys, So that's what I want to bring to Texas. I mean, being out of Texas, it's oversaturated with wrestling. In the Dallas territory alone, man, you got about 7 or 8, companies running it consistently, So it's just Kansas City, it just needs to be built up more, man. And I think we're on our way to doing it.
What's up, everybody? It is one half of the beautiful people and 7-time women's world champion Angelina Love. And aren't you lucky? You are watching the I-70 Hot Tag.
Hot Tag with your host, Chaos Chase and the real Josh Elliott.
What is going on, everybody? It is your boy Chase, aka CR Media, as y'all may know me, as usual. And I'm here with my good friend Josh, the real Josh Elliott. We are live for another episode of the Pit Stop, where we take a few moments and watch a couple matches for our guests on Thursday night. So the Pit Stop is your final stop before the I-70 Hot Tag. And tonight we are watching matches from our guest, Mason Satan Goods. Josh, how are you tonight, sir?
I'm doing great, man. Doing great. Cannot wait for to watch these two matches. One from GloryPro, one from Grandel Wrestling. Thursday is going to be exciting as well. We're going to talk to Mason, talk about all his training through the Forge Training Academy over there in St. Louis. We're also going to be able to break down that amazing Heartland Championship Wrestling event that you and I went to on Saturday night. So it's going to be a fun show on Thursday.
It definitely is, man. So if you guys are watching, hopefully you are watching on the I-70 Hot Tag Facebook page or YouTube page. And hopefully you have hit the like button, or the thumbs up button, whatever the case is. It helps with the algorithm. And guys, if you are watching and you're creeping in there, you don't have to talk. But throwing an emoji in or just a what's up, whatever the case is, something little. Like I said, all the comments and all the reactions, it helps Facebook and YouTube know that you like watching the show. So it promotes it to other people who might want to watch the show as well. So it means a lot. Other than that, Josh, why don't you tell everybody where they can find you and the I-70 Hot Tag on social media?
Yeah, you can find me at the real Josh Elliott on all social media platforms. I've got Facebook, Twitch, Twitter, TikTok, Instagram, all that good stuff. But for that wrestling content, the independent Kansas and Missouri content, you want to follow the I-70 Hot Tag. Same platforms. We are live on the Facebook and YouTube. We also have Instagram. We have Twitter. We have TikTok. We are slowly getting clips posted. You guys have probably seen on some. I post a little bit of them on Facebook over the last couple days, but I have clipped the up to the Red James interview, which was a couple weeks ago. I'll get a couple from 2 weeks ago. Was it Billy and then Ray Leon, and then we'll be up to speed. So. The I-70 Hot Tag, go follow us. If you don't follow us on TikTok, that's where we post the majority of our clips of our show. So
absolutely.
What about you, sir?
Yes, I mean, you can find CR Media right there where the tag is at CR Media 1988. Really, to be honest with you guys, other than the Pit Stop, the I-70 Hot Tag, and the Am Bad Booking on Sunday nights with Mark. That's about all I've got going on right now. I know Sports Empire Network. I'm doing a little bit of stuff behind the scenes with them, and trying to kind of get that build up, kind of going through some transitions. It's getting ready to hit football season, so that's going to get really busy. I don't know if I'm taking a break from content on the Sports Empire to maybe do articles. Maybe I do continue to do content, maybe just try and pump out some articles here or there. But like when you're looking for media credentials for sports teams and stuff like that, they love to see like websites and articles. So, maybe that's something I look at, or, I know I'm going to do it. I just, like I said, that's what my schedule looks like right now, guys. And then, that's about it. That's about it. Want to give a huge shout out to our main event sponsor, Big Daddy's Donuts, with 3 locations in the Kansas City South Metro area, 2 in Raymore, 1 in Belton. If you do go to Big Daddy's Donuts, remember, Big Daddy's Donuts is very well known in Kansas City, even though it is in only in 3 spots. when Garth Brooks did his 10-year comeback tour to Kansas City, he asked for great donut places. One of the people in the press conference mentioned Big Daddy's Donuts. So, I mean, like, that's how far it spreads. And then, of course, we love it. If you do not get there by 10 a.m., you are more than likely not going to get a good selection, guys. So make sure you hit Big Daddy's Donuts before 10 a.m. It is well worth it. Other than that, Josh, I don't have anything else. I figured I'd let you while I get these matches.
Yeah, man. We've got I'll just give a shout out to our guests. I guess shout out our guests last week. We had a dual episode with
we're gonna shout those guys out.
Unfortunately, since they ruined our pre-show on Saturday, the illustrious Ray Leon with his scumbag manager from the Empire, Triple Dix himself, Dick Richards, both of which, if you watched our live stream on Saturday, both of which came in and crashed our pre-show and derailed it there for a little bit, but it was a fun time. So shout out to them. Appreciate them taking the time. You can find all of our episodes of the Hot Tag and the Pit Stop on our video library, which is both on YouTube and Facebook. We are still behind a little bit on behind a little bit on the podcast. So if you actually want to watch current episodes, head over to the YouTube, head over to the Facebook. They're all there for you under the live tab. So, but looks like you got them queued up. We're going to watch 2 matches of our guest this Thursday night. Mason St. Goods. What's up, Matt Stockdale? Appreciate good seeing you this weekend.
Appreciate Matt Stockdale and Stitchamania being in the chat, guys. Like I said, if you're in the chat, throw an emoji in there, a hello, whatever the case is. The more comments, the more interactions with the video, the better it lets the algorithm know. So we appreciate it. Yeah, man. The first match is from Grandel Wrestling, right?
No, we'll do the GloryPro one first. That's a tag team match from Locked Up.
Oh, we're doing that one first. Okay.
Yep.
Okay. This guy coming in.
Jobbers.
Gosh. Well, that's a dirty term. I like curtain jerker better. No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, man. Let's go ahead and let's get this rolled up. So we are doing Locked Up first, correct?
Locked Up. Yep.
All right. The only problem with that is I have to find where the fucking match is.
It's it's toward the right before the midpoint. I think it's just before intermission, I think. If I'm not mistaken.
You think? Ouch.
Yeah, so this match, there it is.
I was fast forwarding so fast, I thought that was Lucy's dad. So you're admitting you're a couple of Ray Leons. I might need to get me a drink, but it will be gone in 5 seconds. Heard that. Heard that. Matt Stockdale bet. Never mind. I won't share that. But I'll bet you $100 that Matt Stockdale could shotgun a beer in 5 seconds.
Sounds like you may have seen it.
I'll just leave it at that. So I'll bet you $100 Matt Stockdale can shotgun a beer in 5 seconds.
So just so you guys know, for whatever reason, this video at this certain time does not have sound. It will pick back up when the match starts. I'm not sure what happened to the YouTube here, but
who cares?
It's just Mike Outlaw.
I was gonna say we're gonna talk over it anyways, so what does it matter? Don't let there be dead silence.
Oh. So I'm typing up the ticker right now to scroll across the screen.
The ticker?
The ticker.
The ticker?
Good. And Chris Hendrix.
Bro, is it raining right now?
No, I don't think so.
Okay. Maybe it's my shower. I'm hearing water. So
Rahim De La Suede. There it is.
Cinco flashing the cash to try to get Mason St. Goods and Chris Hendrix on their side.
I wonder if the YouTube.
And
I
that's a
bet.
lot
I
of
bet
money right now
you
in the hands of Chris
YouTube
Hendrix.
muted, and they had to put the
Hendrix
audio on
turns to
top
the
of it.
back. Here we go.
Because I don't think you even hear anything here.
It's Mason St. Goods paired off with Rahim De La Suede. Chris Hendrix is
Yeah,
paired
you're
off
only
on
hearing
the
the
other
audio
side
or
with
the
Mike
announcer.
Outlaw. And now
God
a
damn it.
twist round. Both men put the brakes on. Charging and Outlaw and De La Suede almost run into each other.
where's the ticker at? I thought you were getting it
I did, and then I went and I
And
messed
you
with the
got
screen,
sidetracked.
and then
They don't
I
even
got
know when he's
sidetracked.
off.
That's all right. It's all right.
Over to the corner.
It's all right.
Hendrix holds up Outlaw, suplex.
Oh,
Goods
nice.
drives his way in.
Nice.
Beautiful
So
stuff
Mason
across
St.
the net,
Goods,
back
for
into
those
the ring on the
watching,
slingshot.
is this
St.
young
Goods
kid right here in the red,
He'll fly
the
into
red sleeveless
corner with the
hoodie,
lariat.
with his partner
Back
Chris
underneath on
Chris
Outlaw, kicks the
Hendrix.
arm. Trying to
They've
get back
kind of been tag
reversal.
teaming, going back
Outlaw
and forth a little
sends
bit.
Mason St. Goods
Although
to the
I
ring.
will tell
He'll
you,
pop
the
up
last
and
few
over the
times that
top.
I've seen
St. Goods cartwheels over
Mason,
Outlaw. Now
he's
Hendrix
actually
with the
been doing
drop kick and
singles.
lands it.
So
He's been working underneath
but
the end.
he
You
is
see the legs. Count of one,
he is a
two. That's
graduate
all
or
he's gonna
student of
get.
Team
As
Forge
we
in
nearly
St.
had, I
Louis.
said it in the last
So
match,
he's going
we
to
almost
join
had
us on
upset of the
Thursday
year
night,
right
and we are
there.
going to kind of sit down and talk to him about
St.
his
Goods stepping down
beginnings in
with
the
Mike
business
Outlaw,
and all that good stuff.
boy, he
So
looks good. Pardon the
but
pun to open this
Josh and
matchup.
I, just like
Mike Outlaw able to fight his way down. Now
everybody,
the
or
strength
just about
potential taking
everybody
over as St. Goods
that has
went
come
for the
out of Team
suplex. He
Forge in the
gets down the
past
backside,
year,
holds
we
on.
are
Outlaw
extremely
grips the ropes. I
impressed
think
with.
Rahim De La Suede made
So
a tag on the
excited to get
backside.
Mason on the show
Outlaw knocks
and
Hendrix
chit
off
chat
the
with him.
apron. Here comes Rahim.
Yeah, we first
Elevating
we
into
first saw him in person in Central States Wrestling when he came
they
over
are
with Chris
just
Hendrix back in
so
December
smooth.
for Deal with the Steel. But since then, we've seen him
As Rahim
2 or
tears
3
that
more
hoodie
times.
off of Mason St.
Yeah.
Goods.
He had
once
a
once in
singles
Glory.
match. Yeah, and he had a singles match in I think he had a singles match in Anarchy one of the times I went, and I know he had a singles match at WrestleMax. So
Yeah, and he was in the big battle royal at Grandel.
Correct.
The ladder match, or no, it wasn't ladder. It was to get into the ladder match.
Yep.
Ducking in as that belly to back suplex let him think about it and dropped him straight down to the canvas. Now Rahim up in that break dance into the leg drop, sweeps his way down, just a count of 2.
Now I know we're watching this for Mason, but I can't help. I got to mark out every single time Rahim De La Suede is on the TV.
Heard that.
So goddamn talented.
Maybe putting a bit of a bad
Heard that. We've had Rahim was on our show about a couple months ago. Mike Outlaw a little bit longer ago. So
left his car door open and his keys in the fucking ignition.
we can identify his car just by the ding.
Rahim is pulling the official away from the corner. And that allows Mike Outlaw in for the backside. Then Chris Hendrix, who comes into protest, he gets caught by the official. And exactly the plan that De La Suede and Outlaw had worked. Now tag in as Mike Outlaw steps through.
Yes, De La Suede and Mike Outlaw worked very well, especially with their manager at ringside. They
and a bit.
It's a little bit of almost like a 3-on-1 match or a 3-on-2 match. I mean,
yeah.
Outlaw.
And correct me if I'm pretty sure that manager's name is Cinco.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, he was the one that and this audio is jacked. But anyway, they Cinco was the one that
away at St. Goods, then diving in,
brought in Calvin Tankman to take out Camaro Jackson. So he's kind of building up his army, so to speak,
down to the canvas
and take over GloryPro.
As Rahim
Hey, you got sound.
Too much sound.
Wonder if Stitch is talking about my 2 drinks. One was a soda and one was a water.
Okay, so now we're back to no
Yeah,
crap.
the audio's, yeah. I don't know what happened. In and out.
At least the commentary stuck, so that's what matters.
Yeah.
Now Hendrix in.
I can't remember if this was I think this was a YouTube. No, it couldn't have been. I think this was a Fight TV and they released it to YouTube. I can't remember.
Yeah.
They've kind of leaned away from ever since that one with that car dealership guy was the sponsor. They've kind of stayed on YouTube.
Yeah, I think they went back to YouTube fully. I could be wrong. But either way, they still post matches, clips on there. So if you guys haven't, make sure you go follow GloryPro on YouTube. A lot, if not all of their events will be streamed free on YouTube. They're usually streamed in the Sunday afternoons. I don't know if that change. I don't think it changes with football season.
He'll grip the hands. Goods in. He nailed him.
Is that our internet or
where it's skipping a little bit?
Yeah, or is that the video?
It might be the video. I don't know.
All right. I keep trying to look at you for reference because usually if you start if you freeze or start skipping, I'm like, okay, it's my internet. But
no. During our interview last week, it was, to me, it seemed a bit choppy.
Yeah.
But
yeah, definitely make sure, like I said, make sure you go follow GloryPro on YouTube. Always awesome. Most of the time you can catch me in the chat during the live events. But
back the other way comes Mason St. Goods. He gets elevated
Mr. Close the door.
Close the
door. Says what's good. Watching some Mason St. Good match.
I'm gonna say we need to follow up sometime in the next month or two and try to get Chris on the show. Chris Hendrix. If you remember at Grandel, he was Matt Seidel's replacement to face Mike Outlaw. And they put on a hell of a match for being a last-minute replacement.
That is correct.
He'll charge, rising knee. Down goes Mason St. Goods. He might be out cold. Chris Hendrix.
Here's Rahim.
His feet. Ducks underneath. Rolls De La Suede through. Sliced bread, perhaps. Sliced bread, perhaps. Oh, De La Suede shovels him off into his partner. Now they go head-to-head. De La Suede pulling him out on the backside. He's got the trunks. It's not going to matter. It's just a count of two.
Referee had he didn't want to be down there counting.
Looked like he might have been setting for a question mark kick and then continued on through. Reverse Frankensteiner. And that might have melted the spine.
Have you seen this match?
Yes.
Sliced bread.
See,
Rahim De La Suede able to escape. Shoved over towards St. Goods. Oh, and then Hendrix.
And I'm pretty sure that's why Mason St. Goods is doing a singles run in St. Louis. Pretty sure.
Oh, instead turned it in to an ace crusher. Rahim De La Suede over. Count of 2.
3 count.
That's it. Good night. No surprise there, man. When you get matched up with the King of St. Louis, and Rahim De La Suede, there's not a whole lot you can do. Like I said, especially with their manager, it's like a 3-on-2 match. So definitely. But we got another good one here. So we'll go ahead and
enough. As De La Suede and Outlaw,
I know the match is over,
and show their skill,
but there's a little bit that happens after this. If you guys are St. Louis wrestling fans,
these two could create a dangerous force, and
can't end after before the spot.
Likely telling Mason St. Goods.
My bad.
They should have taken the money.
Plus, the next match is extremely short.
Okay.
So,
Cinco once again leads his boys to victory.
so Mason St. Goods
Right few
helps
front
his
hand
boy
for
back
Mason
up.
St. Goods and Chris Hendrix, but for tonight, Mike Outlaw,
My bad.
Rahim Suede, they stand tall under the direction of Cinco. Oh!
And there it is.
What the hell was that? Mason St. Goods just turned Chris Hendrix inside out. Oh, no.
Looky there.
Was this the plan all along?
I like the build to that too, where Chris hit Mason a couple times during the match to kind of.
The cash extended. Mason St. Goods has joined up with Cinco and his crew.
Now I think, if I'm not mistaken, and I probably am,
You probably are.
but then the most recent
Oh, I can't believe this.
GloryPro show, the one where they had Ray Phoenix, I'm pretty sure
And now
it was
Vulture's picking the
Mason
bones
versus Chris
on
Hendrix
Chris Hendrix.
in a singles. I did not hear the outcome of that match,
Oh, this is disgusting.
but I'm assuming Outlaw and Rahim were involved
And Cinco
somehow.
on he threw a 1.
Absolutely.
He threw a 1
He threw a 1. There you have it.
as Chris Hendrix laid out on the mat, and Mason St. Goods has apparently joined this conglomeration.
Maybe.
Oh my God, look at the
I'm just kidding.
talent.
I wasn't present.
that Cinco has compiled here. Rahim de la Suede, Mike Outlaw,
it's you can.
Goods.
I like it.
I don't hate it.
Absolutely. That match wasn't very long in itself. So do we take an I don't think we should.
We don't have. I mean, I don't have a video prompt up.
Fantastic.
We can announce, I guess, and you'll see it. The graphic. Well, I got to make the graphics. I haven't had time to do that yet. I'll have it ready for Thursday, but kind of let you guys know what's coming up because we have booked quite a bit into the future. Probably more further out than we. Probably not ever, but pretty damn close. So this Thursday, obviously, is Mason St. Goods. Going to chat with him. 24th, we've got Nixie XS joining the show. Going to be fun to talk to her. The 31st, to close out August, one half of the Top Guns, Brandon Beretta. Currently nobody for the 7th, but that's going to be we're leaving that open for a surprise guest. So we'll get somebody booked there. The 14th, we've got Aaron Helms, who we just saw this weekend. Someone in the chat, Matt Stockdale, he's going to be on the show on the 21st of September. And to close out September, making her return to the hot tag, Shooter Shylin will join the show. I take that back. Her first appearance on the I-70 hot tag. Her first one was on the pit stop, back when we were still doing interviews on the pit stop.
Yes.
It's technically her first hot tag. So that takes us all the way to the end of September, man. We're 7 weeks booked out, which is crazy. Normally we're only about 4.
I don't hate it. I like it. And that way we don't have to worry about scrambling. Josh doesn't have to worry about scrambling. I don't want to make it seem like I take credit for booking anybody, especially after I threw you under the bus this weekend.
Oh, you did. You did. It's all right.
Well, everybody comes after me. That's always what's always so funny is every single time somebody they'll come up and look at me and be like, I got a bone to pick with you. I mean, it's like they all have a script. All the wrestlers all have a script. They come up to me and they go, I got a bone to pick with you. And I'm like, oh shit, what? And then I'm always like, maybe I said something during a prediction where they're like, man. But then they'll go, can you explain to me why I haven't been booked on the I-70 hot tag? I wrestle in Kansas and Missouri too, and you ain't called me. And I'm like, that's when I'm like, yo, that's not me. That's Josh.
when the sigh of
That is
relief
all
comes.
Josh.
That is
Yes.
not me. Yeah.
But yeah, man, we got a full calendar, so it's going to be super exciting. And I don't
Quickly
think we have
approaching
any-
100, man. We're what, 6? This will be 68 next week. This is 60 episode 68. We're already, God, that takes us to the end of September, a few months away from the holidays, and we'll be wrapping this year up before we know it.
I know, man. 2024, man.
Yeah,
It's almost like in the fast lane. So
it'll be a fun year.
but, we're super excited. Super excited to talk to all you guys. Matt Stockdale, Aaron Helms, Shooter Shy Lynn. Love to have her on again. And then, obviously this Thursday, Mason St. Goods and everybody in between and whatnot. Got a huge, great show for you on Thursday. We're going to break down the whole event, but we can't talk enough about how awesome Heartland Championship Wrestling was. Damn near packed the house at the Leavenworth local hotel. In each time they come back, it's just I told Josh this while we were there. Each time they come back, it's just the crowd's going to get bigger and bigger.
Yeah, especially
if
if
they're
you
going to have
keep
to knock
putting
out
on. Yeah, you keep putting on, those quality of matches as they did, and we'll talk about it. Another fun thing, if you guys didn't catch us on Saturday, we went live for about 30-40 minutes for that pre-show with the Wrestle Talk podcast. Shout out to Sonny and Renee for doing that with us. We talked all things HCW, had a couple run-ins, one by Granny Hulkster. If you didn't see that, it's a pretty funny clip. Go check out Renee's and the Wrestle Talks pages. They got that posted over there. But yeah, man, I can't wait to talk about it. We'll break down the whole event. Very interesting ending that occurred during that Howlett's. Go ahead.
I'm back.
Oh, did you freeze?
Well, no, I switched. So my Wi-Fi connection was on the Xfinity Wi-Fi instead of my home Wi-Fi. So I don't know why, but I was gonna say. Now, was that Granny Hulkster or was that Grumpy Granny?
Well, she took offense to Grumpy Granny, so she came around and made sure to get on screen and tell you it's Granny Hulkster.
Okay, I wasn't sure because after I called her Grumpy Granny, she sure looked like Grumpy Granny. I mean, she definitely didn't look like Hulkster of any kind. But I digress. We had tons of fun this weekend. Like I said, cannot wait to break down the show and talk to you more about it on Thursday. With that being said, I'd really hate to end the show before 45 minutes. So I was trying to just talk a little bit, and that's about all I can talk about.
Yeah, we don't want to get too much in depth. But yeah, like I was saying earlier, it's a kind of a tease. We've been building up this fear of Valencia E Paz, the VYP, over the last couple months, and then Angel comes out with a elbow injury or stubbed his toe or whatever the hell happened where he
didn't want to show up.
Didn't want to show up. There's an interesting ending to how HCW ended. So we will get into all that on Thursday night. So
yes,
appreciate you, Dean, for tuning in, sir. Good seeing you this Saturday.
Absolutely. All right, so
let's
get this. Let's get this one added here.
And there's the bell. We got a four-way contest here.
A four-way contest. So this is Grandel.
Yep.
And this is actually Pop's nightclub.
Yep.
Which is right across the border, right across the river. Brian J. Bebe and myself went and saw GCW here. I guess this is a nightclub. And here's a crazy, I might have said this last time we watched a match or last time we talked about it. But here's a crazy thing. I guess Pop's stays open all night and closes for only like an hour or two and then serves breakfast and opens right back up.
Yeah, I remember you telling me that.
Yep. It's crazy. So we went to a Brian J and myself, we went to a sports bar, had a drink, and our bartender was like, there's gonna be a wrestling event, like she's like WWE style wrestling, and I'm like, well, you know, yeah, no.
Yes, but no.
Yeah, but no. And she's like, at Pops, and I was like, yeah, Pops, man, and I loved it. So
it looks like a good look. I like this setup. I didn't see GCW, but
well, so GCW didn't have the barricades and the rampway. I like the ramp or the entrance how it looks. The that curtain right there to the left that bald guy's peeking his head out of.
Yeah.
That's where GCW had their entrance.
Okay.
So they actually had fans sitting up there on the stage. Which, by the way, if you were in the first 5 rows of people, you got glass on you when they hit people with light tubes. So Brian J and myself went up. We thought we would be safe on the deck. Brian J about lost his arm because a piece of light tube flew all the way up and clipped Brian J's shirt on his arm. And I was like, dang.
Wow.
And you know, Brian J's diabetic, so he's like, if that would have cut me, we would have had a problem. I was like, yeah. I don't know what this wee shit is.
Right.
A mouse in your pocket. Mason St. Goods, man. Unfortunately, on the receiving end, but so are 2 of those other men. Oh man. Greg Jovi on commentary, man. Greg Jovi is there is very and this is what's crazy about the St. Louis scene. There is very few people that can do commentary by themselves. Obviously, the gentleman who does it for GloryPro does a fantastic job doing it by himself. And then Greg Jovi. And we've talked to Jovi several times about that as well.
Yeah. 100%, man.
But
he's such a great talker. He will keep you interested, and never becomes boring. Never once.
No.
And it's just crazy how he can he does it for Anarchy sometimes too, where he'll sit there and he'll announce just like he is in this show, and he will flip a switch as soon as Derek Neal walks out or Moonshine Mantel walk out, and just a-hole Jovi, turns on, and then right back to the table and back to announcer.
Yes.
Such a great talent, man.
Marcus Muncherson's another one that I dig as well. He's just a big monster.
Yep.
Here comes Mason.
Mason St. Goods.
You know what's crazy is Muncherson was really close to the ropes there, so Mason got a lot of velocity on that. There was no room for to take out the progression. And Mason St. Goods going home.
Going home with the dub.
Yes. I like it.
I was going to shout out to I was getting to it, but I forgot the match was so short. Alex Strahan was the referee for that one. So
was he?
Yeah. It took me a minute to realize it, and then So there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Mason St. Goods.
This episode was so short that I mean it's not uploaded yet, but I was gonna I would say if it was uploaded, we could watch the hour-long Iron Man match between Dak Draper and Jeremy Wyatt. But
it's
still
not uploaded yet.
Yeah, give a little bit of time. Maybe we'll get there. But
gotta have Jeremy Wyatt on the show one of these days.
You think so?
I don't know. Want to watch one of his matches? Got to put him on the pitch stop, or got to put him on the hot tag.
It could be a bonus match.
I know it's a long ass bonus match, but
yes,
but yes, I agree. I don't know, man. There's we still got 20 minutes if we wanted to hit that hour mark. Is there anybody in the chat that has a recommendation for a third or a second bonus match, third match to a look up that is on the YouTube? I know Blair was in here one time and he had you guys watch when Joe Helms beat the shit out of him for 10 minutes.
Yeah. Yeah. Pit stop. What do you want to talk about?
Dean Houston. I know you're in here still. Give us a match to watch.
Do you know that Dean is still in here?
I don't know.
Dean could have left. You don't know that he's still here.
You're right.
So.
You're right. We got 3 Facebook viewers.
Have I so let me ask you this. When's the last time I took the I-70 Hot Tag Championship to an event?
Been a while. Like, might have been the last time.
No, I took it with me when me and Brody went.
When did you and Brody go? To CSW?
Yeah.
Okay.
That was what, June?
Yeah. But you didn't take it to KCXW, right?
I might have. No, maybe.
And we didn't have it at Anarchy. And then
didn't have it at Anarchy, yeah. And then I didn't take it this time. So I'm running out of room. I don't know if I can get many more. I don't know if I can get many, if any, signatures on it anymore.
Yeah, show us that. I want to see the back of it. Yeah. That's crazy, man. That's still badass, man. That was a great idea.
There's some blank spots. Like right. Yeah. There's some blank spots. I'm sure.
Yeah.
Look,
how crazy.
Huh? Look at it. Look at astonishing. Oh man. There it is.
Astonishing. I like it.
Look at fucking Camaro Jackson
right across the back. Yeah, I saw it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Quad father.
Took up like a quarter of the belt. So
I remember it's funny because when we went to this weekend at Heartland, I brought that television title behind me, and Jeff, the ring announcer, came up to us, and you were blown away when he said that is my favorite title design, because that's been one of my favorites as well. And it's just crazy ever since I got that title that people are saying that that's either one of their favorites or in an underrated favorite. And he actually took the belt and put it around his shoulder because he wanted to take it to the ring, walked out to the ring and made a ring, announced 2 wrestlers to the ring with it around his shoulder. So he got to be television champion for a minute and a half.
yeah, I'm wondering. It looks like there was a signature here, but it looks like it rubbed off. That is wild.
I wish I would have thought about, because you started doing that, and then much later I printed off all of our graphics, our hot tag graphics, onto photo paper and made a binder out of it. And if you guys have seen us at our shows, I've got the binder set up. You can flip through it and see who's been all of our guests. And I've been having the wrestlers, as I see them, sign it. I started at, I can't remember. I think it was one of the first XWE events. I've got Buff. He signed this one here. We can't see it, but the match graphic, I got that hanging up on the wall here. And then I've got a handful of others. You got 7 times more signatures than I do. Yeah. But
I went to I think it was that St. Louis Anarchy event that I went to with Brian, where there was a crap ton of guys that had been on the show that hadn't signed it. And I think that's where I got the majority of the signatures from.
I know you got quite a bit at Grandel. I remember it's pretty like 90% of that card had been on our show.
Yep.
So
that is correct. Man, I can't really think of anything else.
I can't either, man. It's
gonna be a short show tonight, guys.
It is.
I
mean, we got viewers in here. It just there's no comments. Is
Yeah.
there? I'll give you. We got to give you one more last chance, guys. Local independent wrestling, Kansas, Missouri. We'll even let you stem down to Oklahoma, Iowa, Nebraska. I wouldn't mind watching. If they had it on it. You talked about Jeremy Wyatt. Jeremy Wyatt and Jay Fowler wrestled for the title up in 3X Wrestling. Fowler has a ton of fantastic matches in Rugged and in Magnum Pro. That's a guy that like needs to get back down in our area quickly.
Yep.
Like he's too good to not book in our Kansas and Missouri area. So he's tearing it up north, and as he should.
Absolutely.
So
Tyler Cooley, you came in right at the end, my friend. Right at the end. Yeah. So if that's it, man.
That's it. We'll wrap it up.
All right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we appreciate you joining us tonight, watching 2 Mason St. Goods matches. Don't forget to come back 8:30 p.m. Central Standard Time. We go live. We're going to talk about we're going to have an interview with Mason St. Goods. We're also going to talk about our fantastic weekend at Heartland Championship Wrestling and our experience there. Also talk more Kansas and Missouri independent wrestling, guys, like we always do. If you guys haven't already, make sure you like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. For myself, Chase CR Media, for my friend Josh, the real Josh Elliott, as always, good night.